Alright, just getting over my cold. I still got a cough today, so I might do some coughing today, so we'll see how that goes. But here I am. I'm feeling better. Obviously, week 8 of football is wrapped up. Not a very good week of football, really. There were blowouts and poorly played games. But there were some diamonds in the rough. I'll get to that. Let's see. You had the Browns beating the Rams. This Derek Anderson kid. Crazy. I think he can make the Pro Bowl. And that sounds a little crazy. It's almost impossible to make the Pro Bowl in the AFC when you've got Tom Brady and Peyton Manning already pretty much penciled in most years, it seems. And then you've got Carson Palmer, a guy who's all but penciled in. And then you got the other guys that are pretty well known that are at least on the cusp, like Ben Roethlisberger and Phillip Rivers and those kind of players. But Derek Anderson, I think he's outplaying most of them. Not Brady and not Manning, but given the circumstances, he is up there, and I think he's the third best quarterback in the AFC so far, and I'll be pretty disappointed if he keeps this up and he doesn't make the Pro Bowl. These Browns all around, they're a pretty good team, and usually when a team that hasn't been good for a while starts playing good, people don't buy into it because sometimes they don't understand why they're doing good, and they don't want to believe it. They want to believe that later this season they're going to crumble like always and go back to winning 7 games at best. But Cleveland, they got this real good offense going. So we got Cleveland this week, so we'll see what we can do with them. As for the Rams, I don't know what to say. There were situations in this game where they should have gone for it on 4th down, and they didn't. And there were situations where they did go for it on 4th down when they should have, but they didn't do it. They would go for it on 4th and inches, and Brian Leonard would just get stuffed right up the middle. So what can you say? Even when you make the right decision, it's the wrong one. And, with all the injuries, what else can you do, I guess? Giants-Dolphins, ugly game. I had to watch this piece of crap. Ugly game. I mean, the winning quarterback had 60 yards of passing. That kind of tells you everything you need to know. Very little offense in this one, and not because of great defense, just because both teams played awful. It's in London. You're on a crappy field. The weather's bad. I understand why it happened, but it was just not fun to watch. Bottom line. And the bright spot in the game for me was Brandon Jacobs. He's putting together a nice series of games here, really proving he's the real deal, and making them Giants fans not miss Tiki Barber so much. And, he's a man's man. He's bigger than some defensive ends in this league. I think he's bigger than all the Giants' defensive ends on their roster right now. He's just a bulldozer, and I don't think this game was indicative of how good the Giants can be. They played really poorly, but looking at the situation, I think the Giants are better than that. And as for the Dolphins, Jesse Chapman played well on his part, he was another relative bright spot of this game. He's stepping in for Ronnie Brown, who's hurt and playing well. And Ted Ginn finally did something offensively. What's more common, an offensive play made by Ted Ginn or a good episode of the Sarah Silverman show? I don't even know, but it's nice to see Ginn finally do something offensively, because you can't take a kick returner with the 9th overall pick. Even if that guy is going to be Devin Hester, I don't know. I don't think he can do that. And Ginn ain't no Devin Hester. Colts over Panthers. Peyton Manning becomes the all-time Colt touchdown king, passing Unitas. I got to watch this game too, so I got a good glimpse at what's upcoming next week. Maybe the greatest regular season game of all time. I can't wait. I'm going to be watching this one along with my Seattle and Cleveland game, so it's going to be good. But anyway, as for this game, Carolina had that 11-minute touchdown drive to start the game. It was a perfect drive. Indy goes 3 and out, and I'm like, oh, well, crap. Indy was looking ahead for New England. Carolina's going to sneak this one out. And then Carolina fumbles the ball. Then they throw a interception in the end zone, and then they just start turning it over and can't move the ball, can't finish their sacks, get stupid penalties, and, well, 47 minutes later, it's 31-7. That's why they play all 4 quarters, you know. Carolina had such a good thing going for 13 minutes, and then everything just went wrong. There was a sweet play I saw by Indianapolis. It was the touchdown throw to Addae, where Addae basically just runs to about where the ball was when it was snapped, you know, when it's on the ground before the center hikes it, and turns around, catches it, and runs in for the touchdown. And what made it sweet was that Jeff Saturday was right in front of him laying a sweet block on the defender, and that was a cool play. Indy tried it again later in the game, got called back because Saturday was called for holding, a penalty he did not need to commit. But I think that's a pretty sweet play, so we'll see if they do that more later.